What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to the channel. Pixar's Elemental came in theaters just a couple of weeks ago, and I am very late to this, but now we are going to tier rank all 27 Pixar movies. Better late than never. I apologize for the set and the lighting. I am currently on vacation in Mexico, but nonetheless, I want to take a break and rank all these Pixar movies. Again, better late than never. Let me know your favorite Pixar movie down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Elemental. There are 27 movies here, so we're going to try to go through this as fast and quick as possible. Let's do this. Starting off with our tiers, we have amazing, then we have great, then we have good, then we have okay, then we have meh. There is no bad tier because I do not believe there is a bad Pixar movie. Again, this is just my personal opinion. A lot of movies are going to go on amazing because I absolutely love Pixar. And we're going to start out on a very strong note for me, which is Coco, going in the amazing tier. Coco's a movie when I saw it in theaters, I wasn't the biggest fan of, but the more and more I rewatched it, the more and more I grew to love this movie. In my opinion, this is one of the most visually stunning Pixar movies. I love these characters, and at the end, when you find out it's a big twist and reveal they do in Mama Coco, I mean, it just hits you right in the feels. And what color is the sky? A mi amor, a mi amor. Then we have Pixar's Soul, which I'm going to put in the okay tier. I haven't gone back to rewatch this movie since 2020 Christmas, and I think that was a bad time to watch it because I love Christmas so much, so I watched this movie then, and I haven't gone back to rewatch it, so I need to go back and give this a rewatch, because some people say this is arguably the best Pixar movie. For what I remember, it wasn't. I need to go back and give it another watch. Can't really attest to this too much. Then we have Cars 2, which is going to go in the meh tier. This feels like a straight to VOD, straight to DVD type Pixar movie, so Cars 2 is one I've seen maybe 1.5 times, and I don't plan on going back to rewatch it anytime soon. Then we have The Good Dinosaur, which I'm also going to put in the meh tier. This is a cute enough movie. It's just like a different version of The Lion King. That's why I put it in the Pixar tier, because I like going for Pixar for originality, how they can make you feel, and The Good Dinosaur really is just Lion King. If you think about The Good Dinosaur and you compare it to The Lion King, it's like beat for beat, similar. The kid sees his dad die before him. He goes on a soul-searching adventure, finds a friend, makes basically a big change in his life, comes back, and he's a better person. So it's the same exact movie. I'm sorry. Then we have Cars 3, which I'm going to put in the good tier. This movie's just a lot of fun. Lightning McQueen's coming to the end of his career, so what's he got to do? He's got to kind of retire, and he's got to kind of teach the new people to come up. It hits in the feels. My wife cried her eyes out in this movie, and overall, I had a lot of fun. So I'm going to put Cars 3 in the good tier. Then we have A Bug's Life, which I'm going to put in the great tier. I think The Bug's Life is wildly underrated. Everyone goes, it's like a movie we've seen 1,000 times, which, yes, that is true. Nonetheless, I still love this movie. I love the character of Flick. I think that Hopper is a fantastic villain. And overall, I just love all these characters. And back in the 90s, A Bug's Life, I mean, it still holds up for me. I really, really enjoy it. Then we have The Incredibles 2, which I'm going to put in the good tier. The Incredibles 2 works on many levels, but a lot of it works on that Elastigirl gets to be like the forefront of this film, and Mr. Incredible is now home with the kids, and it's a funny dynamic. It really is, and I think that always worked to its advantage. Haven't gone back to rewatch this one all that much, but I remember when I first saw it, it was one of my favorite Pixar movies, and just gone down a little bit over and over the years. Then we have WALL-E, and I'm going to put WALL-E in okay. It's probably my hottest take for Pixar. I want to love WALL-E. I really, really do. It's just, I can't get into it, and I apologize. I apologize to everyone who loves WALL-E, because I don't. Then we have Monsters, Inc., and Monsters, Inc. is going in that amazing tier. Talk about a scary premise for kids. The monsters under your bed, the monsters in your closet. I mean, as a kid, for me, my mom had to check the closet for monsters, and to make this movie about one of the child's biggest fears, and make it a lovable, laughable, fun experience for kids and parents alike, that, my friends, is absolutely beautiful storytelling. And that's what I love most about Pixar, and I think Pixar's slowly kind of capturing the magic of the early Pixar days, like in the early 2000s with Monsters, Inc. Absolutely fantastic. Sully and Mike, arguably the best Pixar duo. Then we have Inside Out. It's going in that amazing tier for me. While the character's sadness drives me insane, obviously that is the point of her character. The character of Bing Bong is one of my favorite side characters throughout Pixar, and I love this guy. Who's it? Who's your friend who likes to play? Bing Bong, Bing Bong. Go! Go save Riley! Take it to the moon for me. Oh! Hit you right in the feels. Oh man, it's so beautiful. I love it. I love this movie. I love these characters. I love this voice cast. And Inside Out 2 is coming. And man, I'm so excited. Then we have Toy Story 3, which I'm going to put in the top of the amazing tier. Toy Story 3 is everything and more you want in a third movie of a trilogy, and it delivers. It makes it one of the greatest trilogies of all time. Toy Story 3 not only is heartbreaking, but it's also beautiful. The way they tell a story, the way that the kids grow up, you don't need your toys anymore. What do you do with them? Do you throw them away? Do you donate them? Do you put them in the attic? It hits on all those right notes. It's a fantastic movie. So long, partner. Honestly, I'm excited for Toy Story 5. Don't care what anyone says. Then we have The Incredibles, also going to go in the amazing tier. I'm going to go in the second spot of the amazing tier. This is one of the first superhero movies I remember watching from my childhood, and to this day, it's one of the best superhero movies of all freaking time. A family of superheroes all trying to blend in with the everyday life and not be too out there as a superhero. I mean, it's awesome. Syndrome is a fantastic villain. The character of Edna is great, and this family, the dynamic and everything. It's awesome, and I love it. I love this movie a lot, and I always wanted to be Dash as a kid. Like, literally wanted to be Dash so bad. Then we have Toy Story 2, which I'm going to put in the great tier. This is my least favorite Toy Story movie, which is, I know, a big hot take, but getting introduced to the characters of Jessie and Bullseye, that is pretty freaking awesome. Then we have Brave. I Want to Change My Fate. I'm going to put this in okay. I think Brave gets too much hate. I watched it, like, probably for the first full time all the way through just like a year ago, and my wife loves this one, so I think anything my wife loves makes me love just a little bit more. So I have fun with Brave. It's not the best, but I have fun with it. Then we have Onward going in that amazing tier as well. Onward has this brother story that works so great between Ian and Barley, voiced by Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. I mean, the perfect voice cast. I would love to see a sequel for Onward. This was the last movie I saw before COVID hit and shut the world down, and it hit me right in the feels. I was crying by the end of this one. I love this story. It's one of the Pixar movies I've probably watched the most since 2020. I absolutely love it. And the perfect voice cast from Tom Holland to Chris Pratt to freaking Octavia Spencer. I mean, just across the board, it's amazing. It's beautiful. And that brother relationship, it just hits hard for me. Then we have Toy Story 4, which I'm going to put in the great tier as well. Toy Story 4, there's a lot of fun to be had here. And I just love the Toy Story universe so much. So I'm so excited for Toy Story 5 that I have to put it in there just because I love the Toy Story universe so much. And Ducky and Bunny, they're freaking hilarious. Then we have Luca. Silenzio Bruno. I'm going to put in the good tier. I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie because a lot of it's just about them as a Vespa, but my wife would always have it on in the house. She would be playing it almost every day when I came home from work, so it just made me enjoy it that much more. And again, seeing how much she loves it makes me love it. Speaking of movies she absolutely loves, Turning Red also going in that good tier. I watched this movie probably for the first time all the way through ever just a couple weeks ago, and I had fun with it. I did. It's cute. It's fun. And when I look at some of the newer Pixar movies, I always think, when I have kids, would they enjoy this? And I think my kids would absolutely love Turning Red. Definitely has some problems in there. It's not one of the greatest Pixar movies ever, but I think it is good nonetheless. Then we have Pixar's Elemental, which I thought was a great movie. Elemental was everything and more I wanted from a new Pixar movie. It had some things that did feel a little bit similar, but for me, it captured the Pixar magic that I thought we've been missing for a lot of the last movies. Like Luca and Turning Red, while they were good, I felt they were missing some of that Pixar magic, but Elemental made me realize why I love Pixar so much. I love the animation style. I love this romantic comedy little vibe of a movie, and it was just great. Opposites attract, and that's what really this one hits on. It's a little bit predictable, but most movies are for Pixar, and overall, it just made me have a big smile on my face. And that Carl's Date short film in the beginning, are you kidding me? It was perfect. I loved it. Then we have Lightyear. I'm putting Lightyear in meh. This is one of those movies from Pixar I walked out like, that was just not it at all. And I haven't got back to rewatch it, and I don't think I ever will go back to rewatch this one. Then we have Ratatouille. I'm putting this in the top of the amazing tier. Ratatouille is my favorite Pixar movie. My #1 favorite Pixar movie. I love to cook, and I love how this movie always kind of preaches that anyone can cook, and it just is so beautiful. I love how it takes place in France. The character of Remy, doesn't matter where you come from, it matters where you go from there. I love the message they put throughout this movie. I love cooking, I love food, and I'm like Remy. I'm just like Remy. I'm a rat who loves to cook, alright? Then we have Up. Gotta go in that amazing tier as well. Up is everything and more you could want, from just like a kind of like, you're never too old to go on that adventure you've always wanted to go on. It really hits on those, that you're never too old to have fun, you're never out of your prime. And this story from Mr. Fredricksen, who just is not about life anymore. He misses Ellie. He just is kind of waiting out his last couple of days. He goes on the balloons and he's like, you know what? I actually am going to go on this trip. And he has this little friendship with the character of Russell. It works so well. A great adventure. Doug the dog, Kevin the bird. I mean, here's Snipe. It's funny, it's hilarious, it's great adventure, and adventure is out there. I absolutely love it. And we have the first Toy Story also going in that amazing tier. The first Toy Story is every kid's dream. You leave home when you go to school, and you think your toys are running around. I sure did. I would come home, I thought my toys moved. Maybe they did. Maybe Toy Story is actually based on a true story. Toy Story, again, hits on those things that, like, kids know and love, and they can really relate to, and it just makes them for adults and for kids. It just works again so well. Buzz Lightyear, Woody, how does your toys feel when you bring in a new toy that you love? This movie hits on that, man. It's just crazy. We have Monsters University, which I think is a great movie. Monsters University is so fun. I think it's wildly underrated. A lot of people aren't big fans of this one. Every time I watch this movie, I'm laughing uncontrollably hard. I think it's a great prequel, and I want a Monsters Inc. 2. That'd be freaking awesome. Then we have Finding Nemo, which I'm going to put in the great tier as well. Finding Nemo is one I'm not the biggest fan. I've never been too high on Finding Nemo like lots of people have, but I always say this with this movie. When I have kids one day, I truly believe I will love Finding Nemo that much more because it truly shows that like anything a parent would do for the children, he'll literally go across an ocean to save his child. And he does. Then we have the first Cars, which I think is a great movie as well. Life is a Highway. This one is just... It's just a good, feel-good vibe. I love Radiator Springs. Someone who's such a hotshot has to go and get humbled, and that works well for me. And our last movie on this list is Finding Dory, which I'm going to put in the good tier. Saw this one with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time we first started dating. One of the first movies we saw in theaters together. We laughed, we smiled, we had fun. Dory's the limelight here, and overall, they introduce you to some great characters. Ellen DeGeneres voices Dory so well, and overall, it just makes you have a great fun time for Pixar. And that is going to do it for our Pixar ranking. I think it's the fastest I've ever done a Pixar ranking. Let me know your ranking of all 27 Pixar movies down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Elemental? Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for temporary set, but do you like my braids? How do you feel? Yes. Oh, yes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.